But this one here,
here's our final. Makuakai Rothman in the red jersey, Greg Long in the blue jersey, Billy Kemper's going to be in white, Ryan Hipwood in the black jersey, Lenny, look for him in the yellow jersey, and rounding out this final, Ian Walsh.
The lucky green, he likes that green jersey. He's going to put themselves in the spot.
Billy Kemper, defending champ. He wants a barrel. He wants in the 10 club. Moving down the line here, he's going to have a second section and just pulls in.
Well, commitment, right? Looked like he was going to go for a big floater. Make that adjustment. You see, Makua wanted that one. Billy right underneath, surfing for brother Eric Diaz. An amazing surfer in his own right. I mean, Eric would be right here at the challenge with his brother Billy. He's actually surfing on his board with him right now.
That's right. Spiritual motivation with Eric Diaz. Little E, as we see his brother Billy Kemper on a beautiful wave here. Smart to open up, to just get a score. I mean, it's an hour-long heat, and it's still a competition, so you don't want to really set anchor out there for too long.
Oh, look at this wide one. Look at this inside section. That's what looked like it was going to be a barrel for Billy. But it shuts down, and he goes through the back.
Live action here, more big waves just pounding the reef here at Pe'ahi. This one stands up tall, 50 foot on the face. And
really deep.
Really deep. Makuakai Rothman.
Really deep. He's got to get himself up in this.
Way deep. He's going to pull in.
Wow, what a committed ride there. That was basically a Hail Mary.
Was a giant wave taking off really deep behind the peak for Makuakai Rothman and packs a giant barrel. This water angle, Peter, is going to be incredible.
But again, he's taken off on that north peak, but some of them stretch out into the west peak, and that one there just way too far back to be able to make it through. But I love the commitment. Nowhere else to go. You can go straight, or you can pack the barrel for the view. Makuakai Rothman going for the view. Set him up with Airbnb.
Greg Long, he wants to get into the conversation. Beautiful wave for Greg. Nice high line. He pulls into a barrel, and that thing clamps on Greg Long, but did make some distance before pulling in. So we look at Greg Long scratch it into this one, Peter.
North peak. Generally what that does is it sets you up. You can stand up nice and early and start to adjust your line so that you go into that west peak and hoping that it's going to stay open and barrel. That one there, not enough energy, a little bit too much water, so the wave did not hollow out. But where did he have any other place to go? Straighten out, he's going to get smashed.
Looks like it's going to be Ian Walsh's turn. Ian off the bottom, delays a bottom turn, high line through here, looking for a barrel. The wave's not going to be hollow, but he's going to go successful on this ride and kick out in the channel on his feet.
Take a look again. Nice big open peak way out on the outside section. You know, not a super steep drop, but again, he positions himself perfectly to be able to complete the ride all the way to the channel. Couple bottom turns, he gets there, he's on the board. Gonna be similar probably to those 5 points, Ryan. I feel like it's an average score.
And getting into it, Ian Walsh, so he's already on his second wave. He's looking for the barrel, pulls in, a nice view for Ian Walsh, and he goes complete. He's gonna step off again into the channel for his second completed ride. Behind him, big wave for Billy Kemper, big wall in front of Billy. Pulls high, goes low, comes around this section.
Oh.
Just some cavitation on the fins, and Billy Kemper goes on hard.
Off to the side, you see this one was a slow paddle around the corner, and this set went wide. So he was in perfect position. Look at that. Underneath the hood, underneath the barn door, and kicks out in the channel with ease. So 2 quick waves for Ian Walsh. Look at this, he sets it up off that bottom turn, delayed it as long as he could to keep that speed, so he comes up into the pit and has that speed to get through it and into the channel. Billy Kemper, super deep on this wave. There's a good 150 yards where Ian Walsh had taken off compared to Billy Kemper. You can see this one here. Look at how much speed he's carrying, and he goes into that whitewater and just completely cavitates and goes out. That was probably a pretty hard heat because he's going really fast, probably 30 miles an hour. With all that speed, he just goes into, and it, water feels like cement at that point. Look at that, he just lifts off. Oh, what a fall. backspins his way into the barrel.
On the scratch.
Wow, look at this
Lenny
one. Oh my.
has to dodge. And does a great job of getting up and over the top. Actually a top turn there. As he's going to kick out into the channel.
What a ride for Lenny. Do you see where he took that paddle? Talk about commitment to go that late in the ball.
Well, let's take another look at it before you answer.
Well, look at underneath. He's underneath the ledge, super late, super committed. The deal is on the rule book. Is there a hindrance of scoring potential for Lenny? I would say no. And you look at that rail grab carved to the top, so there's the maneuvers, the committed late drop. Great ride here by Lenny. But good move by Ryan Hipwood to just bail out on this. He saw that they were late. He saw that he was right there, and rather than go for the interference, well, I don't know if he actually did that on purpose, but he just gets cartwheeled over the top. And there has to be a hindrance of scoring potential. That's where the judges take a look. Was there a hindrance by Lenny?
Scratching for this one is Makuakai Rothman. Rothman up and riding. Glides down a giant face. Comes off the bottom there. And he's going to make it into the channel and complete another ride.
Beautiful second ride. Well, we'll see. We're waiting on the scores here, but look at how deep he is. On that north peak, you come across this section on the inside. This one allowed him to get out into that channel. It didn't have that big cornice coming out the other direction, but just such great positioning. This wave steepens up right in that midsection, pulls up into it.
There you go. You're out there after this.
Scratching, up and riding. And it looks like Ryan Hipwood's back in the mix after, straining his back and
get back on that horse.
Hamstring, yeah. Here we go. Greg Long. Looking like he's stalling. And no barrel on offer for Greg, but a completed ride.
I think the conditions have changed slight a bit. I mean, you've got the tide filling in. Want to put mind over matter, but you watch this again. Look at that wave spitting behind him. And no matter what, right here, it's going to, as much as you want to keep your limbs tight to your body, it isn't necessarily going to happen. There's so much strength in these walls of water. Greg Long in the blue. Glides over the whitewater with ease. Gets out to the section here. Not allowing much of an opportunity for maneuvers, but great control.
Big Wave Tour events.
Look at this one.
Rothman.
This is a huge one.
Tackling a monster wave.
Pull in.
Does so.
High line. Wow. Look where he is in that spot. He was underneath that ledge, so beautiful drop, and then look at this thing load up on that west peak, up underneath it, high line through it. That would have been a very tough barrel to make, but absolute full-bore commitment from Makuakai. As you see Kai's going, yeah, look at this section load up, and look at all the energy focusing onto the reef, high up into it. At that point, it is so tough to see his jersey go up and over the falls. It slips underneath, way deep. Look at Ian Walsh.
Ian Walsh, our leader in the final, having to straighten out on a monster wave.
Oh, how did he pull
and
that?
And he just stands up through a mountain of whitewater. Incredible.
Trying to climb over the top is just too dangerous. And then the next peak, going right to Ian Walsh, sitting deep on that north peak. Way too deep, but he held off his fellow competitors, and that could be enough to take a win.
Well, we talked about that with the positioning of Ian Walsh. Kai strokes into it. Kai gets to his feet. He is going to get a second scoring ride. Let's see what he can do. Squares up off the bottom, pulls high, gets a little clip, stays on his feet there in a difficult section. Another bottom turn, and he comes complete into the channel, Peter Mel.
Really, really important wave for Lenny, sitting in that fifth position, and so any of those points are going to go into his score line, and they are going to hopefully move him up.
End of the heat, and we are waiting for last score for Lenny. As we look at the replay of this wave.
Up underneath it. He had to move to the inside. Again, rolling that dice, moving that inside section. But to get this in the last minute was huge. How much is it going to improve his situation?
Well, it will improve his situation. He just got a 4.4, so he's going to move up into 4th place in the final.
And could that be the difference at the end of this season? We will see. So nice work there by Kai Lenny.
And there we go. We want to congratulate Ian Walsh. We're going to get the awards and some words from Ian. Billy Kemper, Makuakai, Rothman out there with a great job. Kai Lenny moved into 4th place past Greg Long. And Ryan Hipwood rounds out this final.
And what a final it was. Expectations were there. It delivered. So exciting. Thanks, Kaipo. That was fun. We still got one more to go.
We got one more to go. We got the ladies, but here we go in the channel. Congratulations to Maui's own Ian Walsh. Big victory here. Maiden victory at the Pe'ahi Challenge and really setting himself up for more appearances on the Big Wave Tour. We got 2 more stops here in the Northern Hemisphere. We're looking forward to more of the year, but we're going to soak up this moment with Ian Walsh.